Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's Dee from Busy with Dee, and I'm going to show you how I turned my 4-year-old beat up IKEA dresser into this. I have some very helpful tips for beginners that are revamping, so keep watching. Okay, so this dresser is about 4 or 5 years old. It belonged to my oldest daughter, and then her and my youngest daughter both shared it. They both got 3 drawers on each side. We moved this dresser 4 times, 4 different places, and it held up for the most part. We only have like a little crack on the drawer that you can see, and it is really dirty. Like, it was in our storage for about 4 months while we were getting our house built, so it got really dirty. We didn't cover it, and also one of my daughters wrote on it, so I'm just going to clean it off as the first step, like as good as I can. So here I'm removing the drawers. I actually washed all the clothes that were in the drawers and donated them because my girls could not fit them anymore, and then I went on to sand the dresser down. Okay, so this was one of my first projects, and I started it back in September, and I've definitely learned a lot since then. One is you are going to want to make sure you wear gloves, safety glasses, and a face mask, especially when sanding. Alright, so here I may have sanded a tad bit too much. You're only going to want to get that top coat off, that shiny coat, and then you're good from there. You can go ahead and start painting after you've wiped your dresser or whatever it is down. Next, just get a damp towel or old shirt or some sort of cloth and wipe down your dresser just to get all of the dust off before you paint. Here I'm using like an old muumuu or something from Walmart, like an old nightgown. Okay, so here comes another tip. Here I am using a really cheap paintbrush that I got from Lowe's or Home Depot. And I would do that again as a first coat, but for a second coat, I would go over it with a roller paintbrush just to help get the brush lines out. So where I'm painting now, I did not sand, and I deeply regretted that like a month later because the paint started to chip. So I had to sand it all over again and repaint it. So I definitely suggest you sand everywhere where it's painted just to make sure the paint doesn't peel later on. Here I'm sanding the drawers with 80 grit sandpaper. This is how it looked. You can still see a little roughness in it where the 80 grit, was removing the top coat. I am going to go over it again, sanding it with 220 sandpaper, and then I'll show you how smooth it looks after that. Also, if you're interested in this paint color, it's called Caviar by Sherwin-Williams, and it's in the matte finish, and I got it from Lowe's. Now I'm adding the handles, and I'm using wood glue. Ideally, I wanted to screw these in. That's what they were made for, but the front of this drawer is plywood, and every time I drilled a hole in it, it would split the wood, and it was just terrible. So I just decided to level it out and glue it on there. So that is pretty much it. We're going to let the glue dry and add the drawers to the dresser. This is now going into my son's room. this is what it looked like before and this is what it looks like now. I will be uploading more DIYs that match this dresser that are in his room. So if you're interested, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell to be notified when I upload a new video. Thank you guys for watching Busy with D, and I will see you next time.